Have you ever read a job advert and thought, that sounds perfect, I think? Or maybe you've seen the phrase enthusiastic and flexible team player for the 100th time and wondered what it actually means. Well, in this video, we're going to decode what schools are really saying in their adverts so you can stop applying to every job that pops up and start targeting the ones that genuinely suit you. By the end, you'll be able to look at a job advert and say with confidence, I understand exactly what they're looking for. I know if I'm a good fit, and I can already see how to tailor my application to stand out. Now, before we begin, I have created a free PDF that accompanies this course. Inside you'll find direct links to each video so you can easily rewatch or jump to the section you need most. There's bonus insights not included in the videos, and you get reflection prompts to help you turn what you've learned into an understanding of the progress you are making. Just type free PDF please in the comments and I will give you the link to it. Okay, 1. Why you should never take a job advert at face value. Job adverts are like mini puzzles. They look straightforward, but underneath every phrase is a clue about the school's priorities, culture, and pain points. For example, if a job advert says, "We are a busy, inclusive primary school," this probably means you'll likely have a mix of children with SEND, special educational needs and disabilities, EAL, English as an additional language, and mainstream children to support, and you'll need to be adaptable. Or if a job advert says, "We're looking for someone who can work independently," it's likely that the teacher might not have much time to guide you. They need a proactive TA who can see what needs doing. Or maybe the job advert says, "You'll be joining a supportive team." Now, this can genuinely mean a great environment to work in, or it could mean they've had a lot of turnover of staff and want to reassure you. The key is to read with curiosity, not just for what's said, but for what's unsaid. 2. Breaking down a real job advert. So let's look at an example. So the advert says, "We are seeking a motivated teaching assistant to support learning across Key Stage 2. The successful candidate will work closely with the class teacher to deliver high quality support and maintain a positive learning environment." Here's how we could decode that. The word motivated. This could mean they need someone with energy and initiative. They may have had TAs who waited for direction rather than spotting what needed doing. So in this job advert, they're making sure that the TA is going to be motivated. Let's look at the phrase support learning across Key Stage 2. You won't be tied to one class. You'll need to adapt quickly to different teachers' styles. Deliver high quality support. Now that sounds like they value professionalism. Think of how you can show evidence of quality in your application. So write information about your lesson preparations if you're responsible for delivering interventions, progress tracking, anything that will show that you go beyond the sort of general TA who's there to support and doesn't have any other responsibilities. Maintain a positive learning environment. So behaviour management matters. They want someone calm, consistent and positive. So suddenly the advert tells you a lot more than it first appeared to. 3. Spotting culture clues and deal breakers. Now, every advert gives off a vibe. Some shout structured and academic, others whisper creative and nurturing. Look for words that hint at the school's ethos. So, rigorous curriculum. Now, that could mean strong focus on academic achievement. Child-led learning could mean emphasis on exploration and creativity. Strong pastoral care. That could mean they value emotional well-being and relationships. When you learn to recognize these clues, you stop applying out of desperation and start applying with direction. So ask yourself, would I thrive in this kind of environment? Do my strengths match what this school seems to value most? That self-awareness helps you find not just a job, but the right job. And something that springs to my mind is something that's happened with my son recently. He's a new maths teacher, and he recently got a job in a very good high school that is performing very well with its results. Unfortunately, what he's realised is that their ethos with behaviour and his are not in alignment. They give out warnings for the smallest thing, and my son is much more of a nurturer. He likes to understand where the behaviour is coming from and deal with each student as an individual rather than the blanket, just give out warnings. So for him, the fact that the school is high performing could have been a warning that they are hot on behaviour and just crack down on every small thing. So it's, this is why it's good to look at what's written in a job advert to see, well, what is this telling me about the school that I'm thinking about going to work for, or certainly applying for interview for. 4, how to match yourself to what they want. So once you've decoded the advert, the next step is to link your own experience to what you've uncovered. So, for instance, if the advert mentions supporting children with social, emotional, and mental health needs, you could highlight, I've supported children who found it difficult to regulate their emotions using calm routines and positive reinforcement. Or if it says strong team collaboration, you could write, I enjoy being part of a teaching team where communication is key. I regularly check in with the class teacher to ensure my support aligns with lesson goals. Every phrase in your application should echo what the advert subtly asks for without copying it word for word. When you start reading job adverts like this, everything changes. You stop feeling like you're throwing job applications into the void and start strategizing. You'll save time and find better fit schools and write applications that instantly stand out because they speak the school's language. And you move from applying for TA roles with guesswork to applying with clarity. Now, in video 2, we will look at crafting a personal statement that schools remember. See you there.